This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. Tampa City Council gave its preliminary approval yesterday to a new ordinance that would crack down on speeding violations. WMNF's Joeniyah Carter reports Tampa Police plans to extend the implementation of cameras within 18 school zones, despite concerns about privacy.
The city of Tampa requested a study from Red Speed looking at speed violations in 31 school zones. They found that 18 of those locations are averaging between 200 to 3,000 speeding violations a day. In response, the police department is asking to expand the number of school zone cameras. But members of the city council are concerned about Red Speed's partnership with Flock Safety, an AI software that reads license plates. According to the ACLU, Flock Safety works as a surveillance tool since it allows police to search the nationwide movement records of any vehicle that comes to their attention. Councilmember Amanda Lynn Hertag argued against the expansion during a city council meeting.
People are not concerned about the police department they're using it. They're concerned about the federal government and ICE using it. That's the issue. But I think the bigger concern is that the Florida legislature just completely preempts our ability to regulate them.
But City Attorney Mike Schmid says Flock is not involved in the cameras.
So this is literally just a camera right now that is trying to capture speed data and the information in order to process the violation that's necessary. Other data winds up getting deleted and destroyed, and then the data needed for processing those ones that are determined violations can be kept by the law for 90 days.
They approved the motion with one dissenting vote. This was only the first reading. For WMNF News, I'm Joeniyah Carter.
A series of high-profile incidents has put the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office under scrutiny. Here's more from WMNF's Chris Young.
6 members of Sheriff Chad Chronister's staff were linked to an academic cheating scandal last year. Multiple deputies have faced domestic violence allegations this year, and a major was fired in April after investigators found he was intoxicated while on duty. Dan Sullivan has been covering criminal justice at the Tampa Bay Times for 12 years and published an article about the various scandals at the office. He says seeing so many scandals in a short period of time is unusual and can call into question the culture of the sheriff's office.
You know, when it comes to things like testifying in court, you want to make sure that these are upstanding people and that they're going to be trusted to tell the truth. And, you know, with things like the academic cheating scandal, it really calls into question, you know, can we trust the truthfulness of what this person has to say? And, you know, I think with the domestic violence issues, it calls into question, you know, are the right people being placed in these jobs?
The sheriff's office told the Tampa Bay Times the repeated troubles are not indicative of a cultural problem. WMNF reached out to the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office and did not receive a comment. Chris Young, WMNF News.
The city of Tampa met with community members this week as it continues its Tampa Forward initiative. WMNF's Megan Fair reports officials want to make sure the city is more walkable, and it wants to update its decade-old zoning plans.
Tampa currently operates under Chapter 27 as a land use rulebook, along with a code that is over 1,300 pages long. Both date back decades. City officials hope to modernize the codes, making them more precise and easily digestible for the public. Officials discuss sustainability, tree canopy preservation, housing choices, and the protection of historic buildings. They also asked for community input about what the new updates, zoning, and code standards required. Here's Abby Feely, the Administrator for Development and Economic Opportunities.
This is one thing we've really been committed to looking at because it does save our existing building inventory, and it does protect character of neighborhoods, and it also environmentally is sensitive as well.
While Tampa Forward just completed its planning phase, later this year they'll review the changes to the code and look at updating subdivisions. Eric Cotton is the Development Coordination Manager and Zoning Administrator. He says they are also proposing a mixed-use category that would encourage walkability over the need for a car.
They have restaurants, they have shops, they have like an urban grocery store downstairs, and above that is the residential use.
Cotton says that while the code update is ultimately intended to modernize the city, it ensures proper zoning for redevelopment. From WMNF News, I'm Megan Fair.
It'll be mostly sunny and hot today with highs in the low 90s. Mostly clear tonight, overnight lows in the low 70s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and hot with highs in the mid 90s. The next good chance of rain is Tuesday. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.